Welcome to Mindset Monday, where we don't play nice with your excuses. This is the Bad Influence Podcast, the one they warned you about. I'm Jordan Banderas, and I'm not here to cuddle you. I'm here to hand you the damn mirror and make you see what you've been hiding from. If you're tired of drowning in your own thoughts, replaying every mistake like a broken record, this is your wake-up call. Let's rebuild your mental game from the ground up. Let's go. So, let's be real. Shame? Oh, shame, right? Nobody likes to feel ashamed. But shame is the quietest killer of potential. It doesn't crash through the door. It seeps through the cracks with no alarms, no drama, just a whisper that says, "Don't stand out." And that whisper grows legs. It crawls into your mind, builds a home. It becomes the reason you shrink when it's finally your turn to shine. And you call it humility, but it's not. It's not humility. It's not being humble. It's fear disguised as virtue. When was the first time you felt small just for being yourself? Maybe the day you laughed too loud, dreamed too big, or said something honest, and someone told you to chill, to take it easy, to be less out there, right? And you didn't know it then. But that was the day you started folding yourself into smaller and smaller and smaller shapes to fit inside other people's comfort zones. Every time you dim your light after that, you were not being respectful. You were rehearsing invisibility. Because shame doesn't scream. It whispers, "Don't make them uncomfortable." Right? Have you ever heard that in your own voice, in your own head? You hear that little whisper that says, "Don't make them uncomfortable. You need to fit in, so shut up. Don't say anything that rattles anybody." But here's the truth. The weight you carry isn't from being too much. It's from pretending you're not enough. And that weight, it's invisible to everyone but you. Because the heaviest burdens are the ones you refuse to name. Maybe it's time to set that burden down. Think about it. It's time. This is your time to let go of that shame. What if the voice that says you're not enough is in truth just shame wearing your voice? It learned your tone, memorized your fears. It sounds like you. I get it. It sounds like you. So you trust it. But it's not you. It's programming. And when you listen long enough, you start mistaking that voice for instinct. That's how shame wins. It convinces your fear is protection. That doubt is discernment. That comfort equals peace. But peace and comfort are not the same thing. Because peace liberates, comfort sedates. It's true. Shame builds a cage and hands you paint to decorate it. And you call it gratitude. Do you want to silence that voice? I'm sure you do. Because shame is holding you back right now. So don't argue with it. Outrun it. Move anyway. Every time you step in the direction of fear, you reclaim land shame tried to colonize. That's how you win. Quietly, consistently, relentlessly. How much of your life did you build around avoiding embarrassment? You didn't build a life. You built armor. Every I'm fine, every maybe later, every silence. Another break between who you are and who you're meant to be. Safety and peace are not twins, they're opposites. Safety means you're not growing fast enough to scare yourself. Think back to a memory that still makes your chest tighten. Oh, I know, this is gonna get real now. What part of you got buried that day just to survive it? You didn't just bury pain, you bury potential. The bold one, the loud one, the believer. Burial isn't death, it's incubation. Those parts are waiting for you to dig them back out. Who taught you to hide your emotions because they made others uncomfortable? Who told you your hunger was too much? You became everyone's peacekeeper except your own. But silence isn't noble. No, it is not. I don't know where people got this from, but there's a lot of people out there that will tell you silence is noble. So you need to shut up and don't say anything and agree to everything that is being said about you or around you. But again, it's not noble. It's self-erasure. You can't inspire anyone while walking on eggshells. You have to actually step on them. You have to crack them. You have to break them. How many times have you laughed off your pain so nobody saw the weight you carried? You turn wounds into punchlines, right? I've seen a lot of you do that, and I used to do this as well. You call it humor, but it's just a shield. You've been bleeding through your smiles thinking that's bravery. But bravery isn't pretending you're fine. It's facing what broke you and rebuilding anyway. How often do you sabotage your own growth? Not because you can't handle success, but because you don't think you deserve it. That's a good question, don't you think? Well, it's time to answer it. Every time life starts going right, you trip yourself. And don't you lie to yourself. You have done it. I have done it. I see people do it all the time. You call it bad timing. But it's just shame pulling strings in the dark. You fear success because success forces you to rewrite your story. And rewriting means you can't hide behind old pain anymore. But listen, your worth isn't something to earn. You've already paid the price in pain. What does shame whisper right before you level up? Who do you think you are? And you shrink. Because you forgot who you were before the world deemed your confidence. But that whisper isn't prophecy. It's resistance. And if you can keep moving while hearing it, you've already won. Yes, you have. Do you mistake humility for hiding? We were trained to. So you don't have to feel bad for feeling this way. You don't have to let that shame win. Because you were trained and you were taught to, we all were at one point in our lives, to play small so others don't feel insecure. But that's not humility. That's fear disguised as politeness. Real humility is showing up honestly, flaws and all. So strip away guilt, judgment, and expectation. And once you do that, who would you be underneath? I know, right? I'll tell you who you'll be. You'd be dangerous. Not because you'd hurt anyone, but because you'd finally be free. Free to move without permission. Free to live without rehearsing how to be acceptable. How many doors have you refused to open because your past told you you were not ready? You didn't say no because you couldn't handle it. You said no because you thought you didn't deserve yes. It happens. And there's nothing to be ashamed of if you have done this. Because guess what? That's shame's masterpiece. Getting you to reject yourself before anyone else does. But your past isn't proof of unworthiness. It's proof of survival. What if the version of you you're ashamed of was actually the architect of the person you're becoming? Every mistake, blueprint. Every failure, foundation. You were not broken. You were building. So stop burying your builder. That version of you is still under the rubble, waiting for a second chance. I still remember when shame first whispered my name. First grade. I came holding my report card like a trophy. A straight ace across the board, except one. An A minus. Right? Only one A minus. My uncle was at the kitchen table, bills in one hand, drink in the other. I handed him the paper, expecting pride. He looked for 2 seconds, then said, "What happened here? What happened here?" No good job. No, I'm proud of you. Just disappointment disguised as calm. And that one look carved something into me. It taught me that almost perfect was failure. That being proud of myself wasn't enough unless someone else approved. That excellence wasn't celebration. It was expectation. I remember standing there, holding the paper like proof of my inadequacy. The air felt heavier, and something in me decided, next time, don't give them a reason to look at you like that. So I started chasing flawless. Not growth, not curiosity, just flawlessness. The kind that kills joy before it starts. It sounds small, right? Just an A minus. But that's how shame works. It doesn't crash, it seeps. That moment built a pattern. Every success after that came with a whisper. It's still not enough. Yeah, you're not enough. No matter what you do, it still is not enough. Every compliment came with suspicion. They're just being nice. And the worst part? The worst part? I didn't even realize that voice wasn't mine anymore. It was his. It was everyone who ever made me believe love was conditional. That pride was arrogance. That joy had to be earned. Shame doesn't shout. It edits. One quiet edit at a time until your life is a redacted version of who you really are. So for years, I was still standing in the kitchen, holding that paper, begging the world to say, you're enough. Until one day, I saw myself giving the same look to someone younger, someone who looked up to me. Their eyes asked the same question mine once did. Was it still not enough? That moment hit like a punch to the gut. That's how shame survives, through tone, silence, withheld love. So I stopped mid-sentence. I told him, no, 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 you did great. And later that night, I sat alone thinking, maybe I wasn't broken. Maybe I was just taught that everything had to be earned. That realization cracked something open in me. Because the people who made you feel small were carrying their own shame. And if you don't stop the pattern, you become the next link in the chain. So here's where it ends. No more auditioning for approval. Stop doing that. No more confusing perfection with worth. No more mistaking love for performance. That kid with the A minus didn't need fixing. No, he didn't. He needed to be seen. And maybe that's what you've needed all along, to be seen. What's one truth you're ready to say out loud? Even if your voice shakes. Say it. Just say it right now. It doesn't matter if someone is there with you, just say it. It doesn't matter if you're alone, just say it. Because silence keeps you safe, but it also keeps you small. Your truth is the key that breaks the curse. So speak it. Own it. Let the world adjust to your volume. You've spent enough years rehearsing invisibility. Now, it's time to remember what your power sounds like. Shame built the cage, but you've always had the key. So open the damn door. Step out and stop letting shame write your story. Because the moment you choose truth over fear, you don't just heal, you become unstoppable and untouchable, and nobody can bring you down. No, nobody can bring you down when you let go of shame. They cannot use your own voice, your own performance. No, your own life against you. They cannot use that against you. They cannot use your quirks against you. No, they cannot. And that's why it's so important to let go of shame. Because shame holds you back. Even if you don't know it, it holds you back. And every time you allow that, you're allowing others to slow you down and to hold you back. So it's up to you. Let go of shame or stay in that cage. Remember, the choice is yours. That's it for today. If you're still making excuses after this one, that's on you. But if you're ready to move, burn the damn comfort zone down. Smash the subscribe button so you never miss the fire. Send this to someone who's one truth away from freedom. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Until next time, stay relentless, stay dangerous, make them remember your name, and have a great day.